good day to all. Today I am discussing about secularism. What secularism is and where needs to be headed and what secularism is and is not. Indian secularism, colonial view of religion, the place of religion in Indian history, where it needs to be headed, and what secularism is and where needs to be headed. According to Rumalia Tapar, in speaking about Indian society and the secular, let me say at the outset that secularism goes beyond just politics. All through our political parties have attempted to reduce it to a political slogan. So one party endorses it in theory but hesitates to apply it properly in practice. The other makes fun of it since the party's foundational ideology is anti secular. Supporting secularism or dismissing it is not just a political slogan, it is deeply tied to question of the kind of society that we want. This is perhaps when it was widely discussed in the early year of independence, whereas now attempts are being made to scuttle it. Questioning the secular would mean seriously changing the direction that we have intended to give Indian society. If secularism is removed from the constitution, then democracy becomes a victim with an unthinkable future. What secularism is and is not. When the term was first used in 1851, secular had only one meaning. It described laws relating to morals and social values as having been created by human society in order to ensure the well-being and harmonious functioning of the society. The laws were neither the creations of divine authority nor did they require the sanction of divine authority. Authority lies in a working out through reasoning and sensitive what was being what was the best responsibility, but those who constituted the society. Authority was exercised through laws. Social values therefore grown out of rational thinking, the discussion debate and discussion. This to any particular religion, caste or class. What this means is that the laws and social values that govern the society should be observed as laws in themselves and not religion or caste or whatever. Religion involving belief and faith in deity and in an afterlife continued to exist. However, the civil laws were sanctioned and upheld by secular authority and did not record the sanction of any religion. Secularism, therefore, is not what it is sometimes said to be, a denial of religion, but curtailment of control, and religious organizations have order social functioning. Indian secularism. This is not, of course, the same as what it sometimes described as Indian definition of secularism, namely the a coexistence of all religion. Their coexistence is insufficient as religious can still be treated as unequal or some be marginalized as they often are. The acceptance of coexistence together with equal status before the law can certainly be the first step. But we do have to ask how far does this go and what should be the next step. This definition based on the coexistence of religious is incomplete in many ways since the questions of the judiciance of religious authority remains unanswered. The intention would be in any case be not to put barriers between state and religion. It would be case not be to put barriers between the state and religion. It would be it would not, it would be to continue to controlled by the organizations representing religious authority in who control which laws. In contemporary India, the coexistence of religious exists, but their equality has yet been established. The secular is less evident, and some might even say that it is virtually absent. Political and the state patronage does not invariably distance itself from religious organization. In fact, closely tied together as we know. Colonial view of religion. Colonial perceptions were based on the European experience of religion in the context of European society. With reference between with reference to Europe, secularism is often described as the separation between church and state. This is taken as a one-to-one relationship because generally the religion was a single monolithic religion. This was so strongly asserted that in past times those that questioned Catholic belief and practice in Europe were heavily punished as heretics. Some were burned, some had to recant as did Galileo, and many faced the punitive actions of the inquisition. Although Protestantism later was more flexible, the earlier experience was not forgotten. Place of religion in Indian history. It was not just a simple binary of Hindu and Muslim, because religious groups took the form of an array of sects and not of a large monolithic community. I see it in terms of two sets of relationships, each requires of investigating the link between religion and society. The first was the interactions of sets with a close social linkage through caste connections present in every segment of Indian society. The second was meditation with the through political authority that then become three ways processes involving sects, cats, and the state. There was no church to bring together sets into single entity. In other words, I am arguing for more, much more decentralized way of looking at religion, where it needs to be headed. Many valuable and meticulous studies have been made of religious texts that have enhanced our understanding of them. However, less attention has been given to examining the institution created by the various religions both to propagate their beliefs and as agencies of social control rather than focusing on monolithic undifferentiated religious society in general. What may be more insightful is if study link between caste and set in order to comprehend more precisely the interface between religion and society in our past. The link between caste and sets had a flexible, even fluidity that monolithic religion lack. We could then ask whether the rigid lies less in religion and more in caste discrimination. In that case, the colonial construction of religion in India, so readily accepted by us, would needed to examine it again. Perhaps we need to look more carefully at how caste is cast in many past times and now class its turn has sharpened and it's sharpening the relation between religion and society. Thank you.